The question is, who is the enemy? Whom would you consider as your enemy? Recently, India was at war with China. It was not exactly a war, but more like a border conflict. But in that conflict, we lost 20 of our brave hearts, and that is something very sad. 20 soldiers lost their life in the service of the motherland. So that happened because China attacked some of our positions in Ladakh. Now let us imagine a situation. You are an ordinary citizen who is living in Ladakh, and then one day you come across an injured Chinese soldier. So what will you do with that soldier? That soldier depends on your mercy. But the soldier belongs to an enemy country. The soldier might have also killed Indians. So what will you do? The love for motherland that you have in your heart, will it prevent you from helping that person, that injured person, that person needing your help? Or will you go forward with helping the Chinese soldier, thinking that in the end of the day, before he became a Chinese national, before he chose to be a soldier, before he became the enemy of your motherland, he was a human being. And as human being, we are all more or less alike. We are all more or less like brothers and sisters. So what will you do? Will you help the soldier, or will you kill the soldier, or will you let the soldier die on his own? So what will you do? This is the question that this lesson raises. It's a very important question in the present scenario, because the world is divided into countries, and these countries have their nationality and nationalism, and at times, because of this nationalism, the countries are at war with each other. And the citizens of one country, believing in the nationalism of their motherland, begin to hate the citizens of another country. This is the situation which is beautifully depicted in this lesson, and the dilemma involved in it. The situation is a catch-22 situation. Now, what is a catch-22 situation? A catch-22 situation is a situation where you have two alternatives, two options, but both the options are equally difficult to choose. What is the setting of this story? The setting of this story is Second World War. As you already must be knowing, that Second World War was fought bitterly between some countries of the world. Two main enemies were United States of America and Japan. The war between these two countries started with the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, a American naval base located in the Pacific Ocean. And the war ended with the dropping of two nuclear bombs over two Japanese cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So the setting of this story is in between these two incidents. the beginning of the war between USA and Japan, that is the attack on Pearl Harbor and the dropping of the nuclear bombs on two Japanese cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The main characters of the story are Dr. Sadao Hoki, his wife Hana, and the people who helped them in their household chores, their domestic help, Yumi, the cook, and the old gardener. We also have a messenger and a high-ranking Japanese general, and a American soldier, American navalman. His name is Tom. Sadao's father was very strict about his studies and wanted him to become a doctor. He was sent to United States of America, of course that happened before the war, to study medicine and to become a surgeon. So he went to America when he was 22, and there he met his future wife Hannah. He spent 8 years in America and then returned back to Japan when he was 30, and with the permission of his father married Hannah. The story is a dilemma. The story is a catch-22 situation. The story is a choice between two very difficult alternatives and options that we may come across in life. The story tells us that it is at times very difficult to identify the enemy. I have tried to simplify the dilemma of this story by means of a series of questions. The first question is, which nation did the doctor belong to? Of course, the answer is Japan. Question number 2, which nation did the injured soldier belong to? The injured soldier belonged to, yes, right, USA, United States of America, which was at war with Japan. Were the two nations at war with each other? Yes. The setting is Second World War, and they were bitter enemies because the war ended with the dropping of two atom bombs. Did the doctor save the life of the soldier? Yes. So the doctor helped an enemy soldier. His country was at war with the United States of America, and the doctor helped to save the life of a soldier from USA. So was the doctor a traitor? Well, the answer is not very sure, because this is where the dilemma of the story rests. The answer could be a yes, the answer could be a no. It all depends on a particular perspective. If we feel that the love for the motherland is above everything else, and we cannot compromise with that under any circumstance, then the doctor is a traitor. But if we feel that the doctor is a doctor and therefore his professional integrity should dictate that he should save the life of a person irrespective of that person's nationality, then the doctor is not a traitor. Maybe the doctor is a traitor to the values of nationalism, but then the doctor is not a traitor to the values of a medical professional. So let me simplify the question. Did the doctor betray his country?